What's up? So I'm going to explain to you why it took me 9 months to pass a prop firm challenge, and I'm going to explain to you all the mistakes that I made so that hopefully you don't make those same mistakes yourself. And for the first 8 months of this, I didn't even pass phase 1 once, which is really embarrassing to say, but it just goes to show how bad I was doing previously compared to how much improvement I've seen now. So let's get right into the mistakes that I made. So the first mistake that I made was I started applying for prop firm challenges way too early. I saw one period where in 2 weeks I made 10%, but I was not using proper risk management, and I also had not tested my strategy over a long enough period of time. Once I started taking these prop firm challenges, I was just losing challenge after challenge. What I should have done is I should have waited for a period of profitability that was like 3 months instead of 3 weeks, because a couple weeks of profitability doesn't actually prove to yourself that you're profitable, but 3 months will prove to yourself that you're profitable. And I'm saying 3 months minimum. The second mistake that I made was I did not have the proper psychological training. When I first started applying for prop firms, the accounts that I was applying for were like $50,000 accounts. And the open P&L of those positions was not something that I was used to seeing. And it was really messing with me mentally. And also, I had to become mentally strong because just seeing the numbers fluctuate on your screen is an emotional battle. So I had to learn in other ways in my life to actually become mentally strong. Because becoming a trader actually forces you to grow in other aspects of your life. So the third mistake that I made, which ties into what I just said about growing as a person, was I just lacked self-confidence. I didn't believe that I could actually do this, and that was coming out in my trading. So when I saw a little bit of profit, I was really early to close that just because I wanted to say that I was a winner, because in my heart, I didn't believe that I was a winner. And when I was losing, I would just hold on to that losing trade because I didn't want to admit that I was a loser, and that loser would turn into a huge loser. And it's just, I don't know how to exactly to explain it, but if you don't have self-confidence, it's really going to come out in your trading and you're just going to lose money. The fourth mistake that I made is I did not have a trading plan. And this also ties into the confidence, because once you have everything written down, what you're going to do, it's going to give you a lot of confidence. And if you know that if you follow these set of rules over time, you'll make money, it's also going to help you with your confidence. And the last part about having a trading plan is if, let's say you're in the middle of a trade, you start getting emotional, you don't know which way to go. If, let's say you have your decision pre-made, written down, it removes all that thinking, because you can't think that straight. There's always this saying that goes, the last second that you can think straight is the moment before you enter a trade. Because honestly, once you enter a trade, you're not thinking as clearly as you were beforehand. So having a trading plan is extremely important. So the fifth mistake that I made was I could not accept being wrong. I would sit there and I would keep trading until I either blew up the account or I finished the day profitable. The reason that I was doing this is because I believed that if I didn't finish the day green or profitable, that I wasn't making progress toward my goals. And if I finished red, I believed that meant that I was a loser and I wasn't doing something right. So I would do anything in my power to make sure I walked away profitable. Now, I mean, obviously that's the goal, but some days you need to accept that you're not going to make money, and some days are just not good days. You can't sit there and just keep placing trade after trade after trade. As the longer you trade, the less clearly you're going to think, and it's very beneficial if you set a daily loss limit. And you can set other criteria where maybe you don't trade on a certain day where you see in the past you've lost a lot of money on that day. And that ties right back into your trading plan. So you need to accept being wrong sometimes. People that are very good at trading are also very good at losing. Now that I told you the 5 mistakes that I made, I'm going to tell you what actually helped me the most in my journey to passing a prop firm challenge. So the first thing was just persistence. Trust me, I was losing challenge after challenge after challenge. And I mean, the best thing to do at that point is to step back and to learn from your mistakes. But at the same time, though, I was persistent and I never gave up. Even though I did take a break and I reviewed all that, every single time I came back and I came back smarter. And just learning from every mistake. Because if, let's say, you lose a trade and you just turn your monitor off and run away and you never look at it again, how are you going to learn from that? You should review every trade you take, and also review your winning trades. Just because you won doesn't mean that trade's perfect. Maybe you could have held it for a longer period, or just you should be analyzing every single trade. And then this goes into just journaling. So not only should you be journaling like the outcomes of your trade, but you can also be journaling your emotional state. Like, how are you feeling? What were some of your thoughts? Were you considering taking some trade that you didn't, like missed trades? Just everything you want to put in there. Anything that you believe that'll help you, you should be writing it down, because over time it'll be beneficial for you. And back testing. If you're not doing any back testing, you shouldn't be taking a prop firm challenge, because you need to know that your strategy works over a period of time. And that is the best way to determine if that's true or not. And the last point is just working on yourself, because to become a good trader, you actually need to become a well-rounded person. You have to eat well so that you can think properly. You have to be in good physical shape so that you can think properly. I mean, it's not mandatory, but it's optional and it helps. Because I found once I started putting better things in my body, I started taking better care of my body, I can think a lot clearly, my mood's a lot better, and my life's just going better. And it's been helping my trading. But I hope you enjoyed this. If you're trying to pass a prop firm challenge, do not give up. And if you keep losing, just take a step back, analyze what's going wrong, and then just come back better the next time. Have a great day.